We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Denver. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Okay, break.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
19 sight. Nice.
From the shotgun. They'll throw to get this one started. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Broncos.
19 Lions. Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's complete to Blue. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet. And that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons. And if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
Milton going to look to throw it again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that will lead to a second down.
Ready, ready. Come up. Ready, ready.
To the air once more is Milton. That one swung out to Blue. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Mustang 19. Ready.
To the air on third down is Milton. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And he will score! Andre Yosibas. Touchdown, Denver. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Right to the air goes Ward. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. He'll air it out down the middle. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. Right side and is brought in by Felton. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game.
And he's into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Broncos. Borregales now for the extra point. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Whoa! Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Ready, set! 18, pioneer!
On 1st and 10, Ward. That one on target to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. What a way to kick off the drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Get it!
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Johnny Barron is there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Panther and left.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
On the jump.
From a little further back, Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Walker. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap. Huh.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
That's good.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it, and I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
He's got it! And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Denver. What a season it has been. He's at 28 touchdowns now for the year. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Let's go now.
Now, 1st down throw for Ward. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the gun, here's Ward. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Ward. That is caught. He finds Walker. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, KC.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 14.
Again, it's Ward. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
To the air again, Ward. Middle, that one caught by Watson. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with 1st and 10.
On the ready. Come back team. Ready, right?
Ward to throw again. Pushed out to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll somehow turn this into an exposition, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And he will get into the end zone. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense... will take over.
Ready up. Go. Gotta be like Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete to Blue. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Getting out of the gun is Milton. Moving to his left. He's able to keep his eyes downfield for the completion. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Broncos. 52 yards. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
18, Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Broncos going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
Broncos 1st down.
19, 60.
Milton going to look to throw it again. This one caught just past the pylon. Trey Tucker. Touchdown Broncos. The extra point, up and good. Broncos add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's gone out to the 35.
Come on.
On 1st down, Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Ben Siddick was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Shotgun run now with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing moves.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams when they have a guy like this. I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers.
And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now Butker to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Broncos.
On first down, here's Milton. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Milton now on first and 10. Right side, and is brought in by Felton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 42-yard line. Here's second and 6. From the gun, here's Milton. As hot down the field, it's Worthy. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Throwing again is Milton. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Broncos. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Here we go, set.
On first and 10, Ward. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Ready?
Shotgun snap for Ward. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Former third overall pick, Quinton Williams, getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Third and long. Here's Ward. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd defenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
Seven Pirates! Dragon 6, that's...
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. That's caught downfield by Tucker. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Denver. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked like this defense. They're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Cut. Ready? 19 tight.
Now, 1st down throw for Ward. Over the middle of the tight end Musgrave. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now after the play, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
From the gun, here's Ward. He keeps it himself. Oh, a loose football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
70 Ranger. 2. 60 Maverick. 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cowboys. Go.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. That one swung out to Blue. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
On the play fake, it's Milton. Throw right side. Take it in by Tucker. And they'll pick up the 1st down. A gain of about 4.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
To the air. It's Milton. That's complete. It's Yoshiba.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throw once more. Here's Milton. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 82 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So too soon, apparently, to worry about going for 2, even after the penalty. So this one will come from the 10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. first down. It's Ward. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw. But I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
70 range. 7.
Again, it's Ward. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football at their own 23.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Ready? 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Here we go. Go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he slits through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 at his past the 40-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Panther. Ready.
So keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down. A gain of 13
Here
yards.
we go. Ready.
And the
Back
first
to throw is Ward. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
You can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Joseph on the coverage.
Panther 11. Panther 2. Ready.
Get out of the gun is Milton. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
So so instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Let's go now.
On fourth down, here's Milton. Escaping to his left. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
He'll take a shot for Watson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
We're not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I won't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Here's Ward now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Cougar 19. Let's go. Ready?
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down.
On first down, Ward. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Here we go.
First down.
To the air again. Ward. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Hey, ready.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs cut into the lead a little bit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
18, 60 Bearcats, 19 Lions.
Bring it in.
From the gun, here's Milton. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Check smash, check smash. Warrior 70. 19 tight, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. That's complete to Blue. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
17 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
19.
1st and 10 at the
Throwing again is Milton. This caught right side by Worthy. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
Get it?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, here's Milton. That one caught by Tucker. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Buffalo Viking, Mustang 19, Cub 19, Trap 60, Trap 60. Ready?
To the air once more is Milton. This one caught by the back out of the backfield, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Denver 1st down. First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 4.
60 Maverick, 6. Here we go. 79 Broncos, 19 Lions. Ready,
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
6 yards.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Ready.
So trying to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Now Milton. That is caught, and he's in. Milton. Touchdown, Denver. The extra point now for Borregales. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, another extra point try here from a little shorter distance. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good.
Chiefs 21.
Both teams ready to This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Now, first down throw for Ward. A pass. It's complete. It's Shepard. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On first down, it's Ward. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
Out of the gun, Ward. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's second and 9.
Ready.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Flush to his right. He's got it at about the 8. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the third quarter of play.
Ready.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. Rolling right. And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2.
Right at the line of scrimmage. It's second down and goal.
Now Ward on a designed run. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will get just a bit closer. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Check. Here we go. Check. Go.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
70 Ranger.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Get out of the gun is Milton. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got other hands, boy. All that drink, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing is Ward. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. A 1st down there on a gain of 12. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Kansas City.
Throwing again is Ward. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing by this amount. It just feels like, why not, right? Just continue to test this defense, see if you can get something going in the downfield passing game. And nice job by the secondary, understanding what's coming, understanding the offense. They really have nothing to lose.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
Again, it's Ward. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a 1st down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
To the air again, Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
70, 50,
Ward to throw again. That is caught at the 3. And he's in! Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Kansas Kansas City. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs cut into the lead a little bit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Great coverage there by the kick team. He's down inside the 10-yard line.
And they're on 9-yard line.
Come on, set, go.
On first down, here's Milton. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. It's fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go. Dragon 6, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, here's Milton. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And this is a pretty good result. That kick will head out of bounds. On first and 10, Ward. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A gain of 57 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
Warriors, ready, Panther 11, go!
Now it's Ward. And he's got another one. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
The kick is good.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. It's going to pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, break, 79 Broncos. Let's go, 70 Rays.
So on first and 10, here's Milton. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Denver. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
Makes the score.
And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. His ball. Over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. On first down, Ward. He'll get this complete. He's a walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing, Ward. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Set to go now on first and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Well, it's late, you're losing, things really haven't gone your way all day today, and there's really not much left to do other than to try to take some big shots downfield. That time the coverage is really good and just falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end, that's Musgrave. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's Ward. Forced out wide. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, KC. His 4th TD grab of the season. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer.
Chiefs 49. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Milton now to throw on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact. And really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On play action, here's Milton. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Ward. He'll take a shot for Watson. A dive, and he's got it. What an effort. What a catch. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 59 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Right back to Watson. Another grab. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, Ward. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. Got his man at the 6. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down, and they are going to set up a 7-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
He's got it! And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the Broncos.
Panther 11.
Get out of the gun is Milton. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check, smash, Dragon 6, 18, Rattler, 18, Pioneer.
Throwing on second down is Milton. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point is up and through, and the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one sent all the way over the backline. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Now, first down throw for Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up second down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. And that is no good. He missed it. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Mustang, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Throwing on first and 10 is Milton. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.